Hello, my name is Cristiane Santos, and today we will talk about starting a food truck. To start, in our introduction is basic how to start a food truck, legal obligations, selecting menu, choosing the right truck and design, and overcoming issues. Our desired outcome is basic. The goal of this presentation is to spread awareness among the people interested in opening a business as a food truck. This presentation will demonstrate all the required tools needed to run a food truck business successfully in Australia. Right? How to start? Let's see. First, you need to check your budget. You need to realize how much budget you have for the business. The planning needs to be in accordance with the budget. The plan is the base of any business, so you need to make sure that your plan is completed before you starting the business. A food truck business requires a lot of time, so you need to be prepared to commit it to this business. We also need to know who will be working with us. Do we need a partner or staff? Or basically, you can't do this by yourself. You need someone to help you, right? Uh, the next topic is basic things that you need to consider. All business, you have a lot of things that you need to consider. But today we are talking about the food truck. You basically need a commercial vehicle. You need to think about the staff. You need to think about market, kitchen, equipment, storage, licensing permits is very important, and which software you're going to use. You need a relevant software for the business you want to run. So you need to think ahead about it. You need to choose the right vehicle for the business you want to run, considering the space you need and the type of vehicle you need, and what your budget covers as well. You need to know how much staff we require to run the business and if it's enough space for the number of staff also. You really need to think about this. And also the experience of the staff. Do you need the staff with a lot of experience, or you want to train your staff from the beginning? And also, marketing is a base of strategy. You need to know if you will be hiring someone for marketing or will you do it yourself. Think where you want to reach when marketing your business, because a food truck needs at least the basic equipment and safety storage. So when you are building and planning your food truck, you need to think about it. Which equipment, the storage must be safe because you need to store raw goods. So you really need to think about it. And also, this is very important and must follow the guidelines and the government rules, because your kitchen must to follow rules and requirements that the government and food safety talk about and guide you. Also, I would like to ask someone in the audience if someone has something to compliment or ask any question.
Yes, I just wanted to know that do you need any special degree or any diploma to operate food truck?
Actually, no, you don't need. You of course you need to read. You need to know make account, but you need to have at least experience. How does the kitchen works? How can you drive a truck as well if you are open to open your business? But actually, you don't need any degree. You just need a lot of hard work and be into this.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for your participation. Going ahead, one very important thing that we need to talk about is understand your legal obligation. Any business need license. If you are working with food safety regulations, permits, you need to comply with taxes, and if you are training your staff, you need to provide qualification training. It's very important to follow rules and regulation of different states. Each city or each state in Australia may apply different rules in order to operate legally. You will need to register your business and obtain a license for the local council. The requirements for such license are varied across Australia, as I say. So you need to determine the process for your local area before taking any action. This is one big step that you have to do it. If you don't have license, if you don't follow the regulate the requirements, you can't go ahead. You can't even start your business. And a good starting point is with the Australian business license. You can go online and check. There's a lot of information about it because a food truck can go anywhere. So you need to be aware of rules where you are going to park your truck to sell. So you need to be open and do your research. A great topic is deciding where to sell, where you want to sell. You want to sell in a permanent place, being traveling in events. You need to choose the right location for the type of food you sell because not every place wants to buy your product. To be permanent in a determined location demand a lot of research because the place need to have a demand for your food. And if you are traveling, you need to attend the demand of that local, and also you need to search about which public you attend and what license you need to have to be selling that area, which is very important. So, as I say, be prepared to search and a lot of hard work because to have a business like this is not only to buy a truck and cook. You need to be prepared and you need to have tools for this. And one very important topic is choosing your menu. Your food will cover the demand. The food you choose is easy to prepare in the kitchen which you have. How to present your food and the packing is also very important. Because not just because you want to sell something doesn't mean people want to buy. So choose the menu by knowing your public. It's very important. We know in Australia people love different types of food. So be prepared to fulfill this demand. And also where you are going to sell count a lot because you don't know if the place you are going there is the same food than you have. So you need to prepare for the competition. You must consider the type and the size of kitchen you have. You can't cook something that your kitchen can't afford. And it can take a lot of time because as we know, food truck is a very fast environment and it needs to be quick. Also, you need to think how to present your food and how you're gonna pack. So think ahead, be prepared, and also one tip, be ecological, be environmental friendly. It's a good thing to think about it. Your food truck. What's the importance of the type and designing a food truck? The importance of a space, and also you need to think about the insurance of the truck and everything around. It's very important to consider the design because it can be also advertisement for the business and attractive design will attract more customers and create a brand image. Also, the size of the truck will depend on the scale of your business operation. The space is very crucial part of the food truck business as you need to organize all of your kitchen and storage in a very limited space. In this business, it's very important to have all the following insurance, such vehicle coverage, damage and theft, income covered, and public liability. This is something you really need to search and see if your budget afford it. Things that no one tells you when you open a food truck is the overcoming issues. Planning out what is going to cost you is very important because you need to be prepared for any issue because the truck can break. You can have mechanical failures, accident, the location demand may be varied, parking issues because you have a huge truck, so you need to be prepared to allocate space for your truck, and permitting regulations depending where you are going to work. So always pay attention to details. All the small stuff can count. So make a list, make a plan, and be prepared before leaving and before going ahead. Plan where you are going to park, as I say. And you need to know if your food truck will have enough capacity to fulfill the needs. So be prepared, be aware, and do a lot of research because, as I say, you need to be working hard. You need to be aware of everything. And basically, having a food truck, you must know, in our conclusion, know your budget, follow the rules, plan ahead is a very important topic. Be attractive. Your food truck needs to get attention of the public. Do your research, which is very important, and also always have a contingency plan. Thank you so much for you guys listen to my presentation, and I will encourage everyone to answer questions that I would like to deliver. The first question that I would say, what was the most informative part in the presentation?
For me, the most important part was the planning of the menu.
That's great, thank you. That's a very important part. Is there any part of the presentation that wasn't clear or left out?
No, thank you. Everything was very clear and very informative, and we learned a lot.
Thank you so much. Is there any improvement that can be done in the presentation?
I think there could be some videos that would make a bit of difference in the presentation. Other than that, everything was pretty good.
Thank you for your feedback. And did the presentation meet the expectations?
Yes, definitely. I got what I was expecting and what I was looking for. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your feedback, and thank you everyone for coming and watching my presentation.